Alright guys, so the next update is gonna be absolutely packed with so many things, featuring a new super epic cookie, 2 new epics, new guild stuff, new changes, and so much more is coming out. So here are the things that you want to be doing before the next update comes out, because there still is a lot of things, as well as, like we said, there's so much things that are going to be added, so you want to be ready for the next update. So let's talk about it in this video. Alright guys, so first of all, it's going to be inside of the events. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are going to be disappearing, as well as still things that you want to be taking advantage of. Of course, we still have the daily gifts, and then all of the, trade stuff that is going to be disappearing after this particular update. All right, and then of course we still have the My Cookie Adventure, but this one is going to be staying for another 2 weeks. And you guys saw inside of my video previously, inside of the update sneak peek, they talked about the level or stage 60 that is going to be coming out, and hard mode is going to be basically unlocked, and you're going to be able to get all of these rewards, as well as that 1,500 crystals as well, additional to the store reset of the My Cookie Adventure, which we'll talk about later down the line, and more stages for you to clear. And then of course we have the arcade arena coming to a close here, and if you have not claimed all of the mission rewards here, then please go and do so, as well as the arcade arena shop as well. And then of course all of the gacha stuff is going to be disappearing as well, so that is going to be a thing. So just keep in mind, if you have not promoted them yet, like you have enough soul stones and have not promoted them, please go and do so. We also do have the rhythm workshop coming to a close. I need to go and do this. I have been a little lazy. I know there has been some controversies around it regarding some of the bugs and stuff, but as of right now, you still have the missions, so make sure to go and claim all of the rewards before it does disappear. All right, and additional to that, we have so many things that are going to be coming out. It does look like we are going to be getting 2 new epic cookies right off the bat here, as well as it does look like we are going to be getting a super epic as well. I don't know if it's gonna be like a dual banner, just like how we had with the Manju and our Jage, or if it's going to be a individual 1-1 and they're gonna release it next to each other. It does look like, again, it's coming out at the same time. The reason why is because it seems like both of them are going to be used for the guild boss, so they want to release those 2 cookies at the same time, so that people can actually test and make those guild boss battle teams with the 2 cookies available right off the bat, rather than having to wait another 2 weeks to change up everything afterwards. All right, and then of course it does look like we are getting that new super epic cookie with the banner here, and it is going to be that same concept of having that currency, premium currency. It's been about like 9 months since we had a last super epic cookie, so we'll see how it goes. There's also going to be that extra rewards that we are going to be getting once you do certain amount of pulls, so just keep that in mind. Another thing is that the ticket for the Gacha of Fate is disappearing after a day or so, all right, because of the fact that the tickets only last for that particular update month. All right, so just make sure to use all of the tickets or it will disappear. Okay, so you don't want to be wasting the tickets, because that count towards that 300 pulls for a guaranteed ancient or a beast. All right, and then of course you guys have seen the new costume or new legendary costumes for golden cheese as well as burning spices coming out. Some of you guys already saw it through like TikTok videos and stuff like that. I personally didn't see it, so that was literally my reaction, like my initial first reaction of seeing the costumes. Personally, I like it. I like the themes. I know some of you guys might not like it because of the color scheme and things like that, but I mean, not everybody can love everything. And additional to that, it's a back-to-back legendary costume, like 4 legendary costumes coming out within the span of like a month or 2, so it can be a little overwhelming. And additional to that, I feel like we are going to be getting more legendary costumes once Silent Salt and White Lily comes out. So in about another 2 or so months, we'll be getting another 2 legendary costumes. So I would have to say, if you guys are not the biggest fan of the new legendary costume, it might be a good time to possibly save your resources. All right, and while we're talking about it, make sure to go and do the at least one time, all right, per day, to get at least 100 rainbow cubes. All right. Of course, again, we only have 2 days left, or like a day and a half left, because of the fact that their reset is coming soon. If you guys had the opportunity, then you guys would have been able to farm a good chunk of rainbow cubes from this event. So hopefully you guys are taking advantage of it, and also because of it, you'll be able to farm the stamina jellies and stuff like that. That is going to be useful for the next update with Silent Salt. All right, because Silent Salt is guaranteed to come out after this particular update is over. All right, so that's something that I did want to kind of just mention, because rainbow cubes, all right, not a lot of ways. So if there's some ways to do so, then it is a good way to go, and then it is going to be a good idea to go and actually play it, right? And also, this is something that I do talk about in almost every single do before the update video. If you guys go to the bounty right now, we are guaranteed to get a healer, as well as a bomber and a support. So depending on what kind of skill powder you guys are lacking, there is going to be individual selective powders that you are able to get. So if you guys go into the bounty and you choose the boss level, and then you choose this particular button right over here, then you are able to go and choose specific skill powders that you are able to get. Default is going to be in the mystery. All right, just know that you are able to select exactly what you want, and then you are able to go and, oh my gosh, I just used it. But anyways, you are able to go and select exactly what you want to get, rather than getting random skill powders. So please go and do that. I know some people who are joining in new might not know this information, so that's something that I want to always put in, so that you guys know that information. So while we're at it, again, make sure to go and farm out the shop if you guys can. I know the tickets are going to be lacking here, but if you guys are able to, make sure to farm out the arcade arena shop here, so that you guys do have all the resources and things like that from the shop to maximize the rewards for the next updates. In addition to all of this stuff, I did want to talk about the new guild stuff that is going to be coming out. So with the new update, we are going to be getting a 4th guild boss. All right, that does not mean that the living abyss is going to be disappearing, guys. We are going to be getting a rotation of things. So most likely we will be seeing 3 per 2 weeks, or maybe even a month, and then we're gonna have the same old rotation of doing 2 out of the 3, and then in the next season or next preseason or whatever it's gonna be, they're going to be adding and rotating the bosses around. So Living Abyss is not gone. I've seen some comments in my video saying, hey, RIP Living Abyss and stuff like that. It's not gone. It's still there. It's going to allow you to do still a lot of damage. All right, it's just that they're going to do a rotation of things. But we do have the new guild boss, steampunked, that machine theme and stuff like that. It does look like they are going to be focusing on the water element of things. So we'll see if seltzer as well as menthol are going to be used. And then, sea fairy might possibly use. I mean, inside of the video, we saw Captain Caviar, cream soda, and frilled jellyfish used with the 2 new cookies. So we'll see how it goes. But, I mean, again, we have so many things. And then right after this new update, right, like a month after, about 4 weeks after, we are going to be getting Silent Salt. All right, so we have a lot of stuff, and that means that you want to be saving your resources, especially your juicy stamina jelly in this particular case, to at least be able to play every single one of the story once Silent Salt's story does come out. All right, so that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Again, we have all the shops resetting or disappearing. We have the new guild. We have the 3 new cookies, costumes and all that stuff, as well as the new guild siege. That one I have no real information about, except for the fact that it is going to be a new game mode. Preseason, so they're testing things out. So because of the fact that it's preseason, what I would recommend you guys to do, and I ask that you guys do, is rather than bombarding the Discord with complaints, give them the bugs, tell them about the bugs, and then try to be patient with the team, because they're trying new things out for the game, and they're releasing it as a preseason. So it's kind of like the My Cookie Adventure, where they did the preseason and they took the advice from everybody and then made it a lot better. So I would recommend that you guys do the same for this particular one. But that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. If you guys have anything, please leave it down in the comments below. I'm super excited for the update. I will be live streaming, of course, just like always. And yeah, I will be giving out some probably passes during the live stream. So if you guys are able to join, then please join and try to get that pass. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you haven't watched the trailer breakdown and the sneak peek, then please watch it. It's going to be in the screen in front of you.